at the lake. And I just wanted to see what everybody was up to, so I thought I'd do a little live. And over there behind me, somewhere, there they are. It's Kareen and Higgins. Woo! So I will go off and just show you guys the beautiful lake. We are blessed to live here. Except now you're probably hearing those police sirens and wondering what's going on. Actually, they're probably ambulance sirens, I'm guessing. There's somebody enjoying their evening on a little party boat. Wish we had a little party boat. We need to make some friends that'll take us out on their boat. But look at this beautiful place. Isn't this just a little slice of heaven? We're truly blessed to be able to live here. And there's Kareen and Higgins. Let's see how close I can zoom in on them. They're pretty far. As you can see, the lake stays shallow to pretty far out there. You can go pretty far before you get up to even your waist. There's another boat behind him. Don't run him over. Actually, I think that guy's going back to the docks. The main docks are over there, as you can see. All the boats. And then people that live in the park, some of them have their own private docks. And those are over there on the other side of the beach. But isn't this a lovely place? Look at that beautiful sky. I still see chemtrails, so I guess Tennessee has not passed that law yet. They're supposed to be passing legislation actually prohibiting chemtrails, which I think is pretty cool. I don't think any other states have done that yet. But they're going to make it so that planes flying over cannot leave chemtrails over Tennessee. It's a lovely evening. Oh, what was that? Something's moving in the water out there. What is that? Oh, maybe it's just some trash floating on the water. I don't know. Or it's a little crocodile coming for Higgins and Kareen. Nope. Fortunately, no crocodiles in most of Tennessee. If you go way down, I think it's just in the southwest corner of Tennessee, they say you can see crocodiles or alligators. I don't know, whatever it is that we have here in the U.S. I can never, you guys get my point. They're all the same thing. They're all big, long lizards with lots of teeth that want to eat us. Look at those beautiful skies. I'll go show you all the beach real quick. This is our little private beach just for people that live in our park. It's pretty nice. During the day, it's usually got lots of folks down here. Now it's just got a couple ducks. Hey, spicy tuna, yeah. Deja vu is right. But look how pretty it is. The sky is tonight. It's gorgeous. And here's our little beach. You can tell it's the end of the day. Nobody's out here. Except these two fellas. Mr. and Mrs. Duck. They're enjoying the whole beach all to themselves. But look at that beautiful sunset. Isn't that lovely? So here's our little private beach, just for park members. So we're part of an elusive club, an elusive RV park club. Hey, free flip-flops, who wants them? Somebody abandoned their flip-flops. Also, I'm surprised somebody left that nice deck chair. Or maybe that's the park's property, I don't know. I know those little plastic chairs are everywhere. And let's go check in the brown duck. Yeah, let's go check in on the brown duck. Hey, check that out. The moon's out too. Look at that. Pretty cool. Hey, did you see the moon? Here's the brown duck. The brown duck with his mama. Hey, what's up, Dave? How's Daisy? We got a dog theme going on tonight. We got Daisy, and Spicy Tuna's got a dog icon. There's the brown duck and Kareen. Bit of cloud cover. We just have enough clouds to make it a pretty sunset. That moon is so clear. And man, I love the, you know, I got the new iPhone, which I never do. I usually get the cheap, crappy phones. We figured it was a good investment for YouTube. But look at the zoom on this sucker, man. Can't believe I can get in that close with a cell phone. Super long summer solstice day tomorrow. Bring it on. It hasn't actually been very hot here. We haven't even got out of the 80s, but I think that's normal for where we live. That's what we've been told, is that since we're up on the Cumberland Plateau, it's supposed to be a little cooler in the summer and a little warmer in the winter. It doesn't get as cold here as some of the nearby spots. But look at that beautiful lake. What are you guys all up to this evening? Doing anything fun? One thing we've been doing is missing out on the concerts. There's concerts here all summer and we keep forgetting to go because they're on Tuesdays, Tuesday night. But it's actually right across the lake is where they do them. I'll show you. Let's see, where's that? Okay, so there's the beach. So it's just over. I think that's it that you see there. Anyway, it's a pavilion over there somewhere. It's right on the water. And what's neat is people will pull up in their boats to watch the concert, and then they have a little dance floor and people bring their lawn chairs and sit out. And they bring in some really good groups. I mean, you know, no huge acts, but they bring in some semi-well-known people. And it looks like there was a duck massacre here. Look at these feathers on the rock. This is what's cool too in this park. They have lots of fire pits. They have several of them throughout the park. And they provide the wood for them too. So you can bring your friends and you don't even need to buy wood. You can just fire up the pit and have a nice evening barbecuing or barbecuing hot dogs and making s'mores or whatever. This is truly a great place to be for the summer. For the summer. For the summer. And I guess there's good fishing here because we see people fishing all the time. We're not fisher people. I don't like fishing. For one, I don't have the patience for it. And for another, I don't like to deal with the gross, you know, grimy fish when I catch it. I'd rather just buy a delicious fish prepared by someone else. Now the waves are coming in from the boats. Yes. No, it's the Euro Cup. What are you smiling about? That's suspicious if you just start smiling. Oh, I think they're heading our way, maybe. She's also doing a live under the Baby Bear channel. So I thought I'd do my own since I didn't want to wander in. I know the water's warm, but I don't know. Just not in the mood. Oh, yeah. Yeah, plus I got to take care of my finger because I showed you guys this before. It's still on the mend. Focus. The doctor glued it, and I'm supposed to keep it dry and clean. And look, I noticed this too. This bruise on the other side of the finger. All from getting hit. The soccer ball hit the end of my finger, and it blew out the joint right there. And it looks like it tried to blow out the joint there because it's all bruised. Pretty crazy. It was a bit painful and a bit bloody. That's the funniest thing about Higgins is that he tries to shake off his water while he's still in the water. There is the pretty moon. Where'd it go? There it is. It's slipping behind the clouds. That is so huge tonight. Yep, there's a little brown ducky. I think he thinks he's a ducky because he can just swim and swim all night. Like he never gets tired of the lake. We usually have to drag him out kicking and screaming. Party boat's coming back, I think, or maybe it's going somewhere else. No, it's going away from us. Oh, actually, I think that's a fishing boat. I like the big pontoon party boats. Those seem like the most fun. One thing I've noticed too is the skeeters aren't that bad here in Tennessee. I mean, I'm sure they are in other parts of Tennessee, but up here on the plateau, I think we get spared because, man, on these warm summer days like this, you'd think they'd be everywhere, but I don't see them very often. They don't seem to be a big issue here. In Kansas, they aren't really a problem most of the time because the wind is always blowing in Kansas. And skeeters can't hang in a very strong breeze. And when the wind blows in Kansas, it's pretty strong. But here, it's not very windy at all. It's rarely windy. Sometimes when we get a storm, it'll get a little windy. And it's kind of funny when people tell us, oh, it's pretty windy here. I just tell them, you haven't been to Kansas. Somebody's hot rod over there, it sounds like. Let's try something here. Let's get us a good zoom on the moon. And then down to Corrine. Oh, here comes a party boat. Hey, come pick us up. What's cool at night is some of these boats, especially the pontoon party boats, a lot of them have really cool LED lighting underneath. So it lights up the water all around them like in real pretty colors. It's pretty neat. And here are the waves from the party boat. And here's my ugly mug. And there's little Corrine. Look, she can fit inside my ear. Hey, Harry. Welcome in. We are in Tennessee. Where are you watching from? And how'd you find us? I don't think I've seen you on our lives before. And there is my better half and the dog taking a dip. And look at if you haven't seen it yet, check out this big, beautiful moon. Oh, it looks crazy right now, the way the light's shining off of it. Very bizarre. Liberty Hill, Texas. Hey, good to have you in here from the great state of Texas. Yeah, I love Texas. It's a great place, and I love the politics and all of that good stuff, for the most part. Raining, oh, bummer. You know, in Tennessee, we usually get rain at least once a week. This is like, we're going on the longest stretch. We're in East Tennessee. And this is like the longest stretch. It's been over a week and we haven't had rain. I think it's been, I don't know, 8 or 9 days. I mean, I think we had a light sprinkling one night overnight, but I don't really count that. But Tennessee is, ever since we moved here, it rains at least once a week. And we've noticed that when we look at the weather patterns, that's pretty much what it's supposed to be. I've been locked up and politics are crap. That's true. Yeah, politics do suck, but unfortunately, I feel like I got to pay somewhat attention to them because they kind of control your life in some aspects. Thank you. Let me show you the sunset we got going here. It's almost gone, but look at this. Yeah, this is definitely one of the prettier places we've lived. And we've been all over the place. I think I've lived in 7 or 8 different states and 2 countries. No, actually, we're still in Central Time. We're right at the edge of Central Time. There's this beautiful sunset for you. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I wish we were in Eastern Time because we're so far east. So when we moved here from Kansas, and Kansas is Central Time, and I'm like, man, we went like, I don't know, 1,000 miles east, something like that, or maybe more. And we're still in the same time zone. But yeah, it's weird, like 2/3 of Tennessee is central, and then the eastern third is not the whole East, but the part of the East is Eastern time. But I wish we were in Eastern because, you know, being in Central means it gets dark so much earlier, which kind of sucks. Yeah, we do feel lucky with the rain. Like, I don't think people even bother with, like, for the most part, with like watering lawns and stuff because it rains all year. And if we looked at, before we moved here too, we looked at Google and the weather patterns, and that seems to be the thing is like, so in Oregon, when we lived in Oregon, it's like 50 inches of rain a year, and here it's like 70, but it's spread out, so it doesn't seem as bad. Oregon, you get 50 inches, but you get it all within like a 4 or 5 month period. So it just like rains and rains for days. And here it rains for a day or two, and then it's sunny for like, you know, 4 or 5 days, and then you get another day or two of rain. It's quite an ideal climate, in my opinion. It was crazy because the time zone is 600 miles across. Yeah, look up Central Time Zone, though. So I looked it up, and I was right. That the Central Time Zone is the widest of all the time zones. It's massive. I mean, it goes all the way from western Kansas to eastern Tennessee. And that is a huge swath of land. Yeah, that's way over 600 miles. State borders to fit in time zones. Yeah. Well, I don't know why they don't just, you know, move the time zone around their state. I mean, that didn't really affect anybody. They should just say, hey, everybody in Tennessee, we're all in the same time zone. It seems very confusing to have 2 time zones in your state. And it's crazy that a little state like Tennessee is 2 time zones, and then you got gigantic Texas, and it's all in the same time zone. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yep, we got, so it's all former Californians here because California is where I lived. So I lived, I don't know, almost 20 years in California. I lived almost 20 years in Oregon. And then I lived the rest in a whole bunch of states: Montana, Washington State, Kansas. I think that's it. And I lived in Tijuana for about a year. But yeah, Southern California is definitely one of the longest places I lived, so it really feels like home to me. Although I wouldn't really want to live there anymore because of well, I couldn't afford to live there anymore, I should say. Prices are just insane out there. I was 20 when I moved to Texas back in 2001. Okay. Hey, so you're around my age. You just gave yourself away. Just kidding. I'm 47, but I'll be turning 48 here in a few months. Almost 23, okay. Well, that must have been some culture shock, California to Texas, because that's like 2 totally different worlds. 46 in November, okay. Yeah, I'll be 48 in December. And this gal just turned 29 for, I don't know how manyth time. Yesterday, she had her birthday yesterday. Just kidding. She's actually pretty close to you, Harry. Just slightly younger. But don't tell her I told you that. Stan is laughing. Look at that. That beautiful sunset's still going. I was going to say, that's hilarious. My girlfriend is no joke 29. Yeah, the question is, how many times has she turned 29? Because that's the age that the women stick at. They keep saying, I'm 29. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I agree. It's beautiful here. And what's neat too is we're actually surrounded by mountains, but because I'm down low, so you can see them beyond the tree line there. You can see the mountains. But if you drive out of here, we're up on a plateau as well, so we're kind of at the level of a lot of the mountains. But as soon as you leave Crossville, you start driving down, and then you see mountains everywhere. Hey, there goes another. fishing boat or something. But yeah, I highly recommend Tennessee. Hey, if Texas gets too crowded, just come out this way. We love it here. I mean, we've only been here since October, but we love it. The taxes are ridiculously low. Property taxes are just like a few $100s for most people. I mean, unless you have like a mansion or something. Most people just pay $200, $300, $400 for property taxes yearly. And there's zero income tax here. No income tax at all. Oh, there's work. Well, what I say is there's work everywhere in the US right now. Seems like every company is hiring all the time. Like stores can't keep their people long enough. And as you know, or maybe you don't, I don't know, we have your big gas stations here, Buc-ee's, and they're always hiring. In fact, there's a Buc-ee's in this town, and Buc-ee's starts at like $18 an hour, and if you get into management, it's like a six-figure job. Yeah, you just got to find someone that wants you. I know that's true too. Stan, we do miss those thunderstorms. There's nothing like storm watching out on the prairie in Kansas. It is just unbelievable. We do miss that. In fact, we were back there recently visiting mom, Corinne's mom, and when we got back there, we were just like, oh, we miss these giant skies. The sky is just going forever when you're out on the prairie. And watching those thunderstorms roll in all the time, oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, you're right. I noticed a lot of the employment, a lot of the employers seem picky, but it's like, yet they're always like looking for workers. So I'm like, there's got to be a happy medium somewhere. Indiana has some nice ones. Okay. I don't know a whole lot about Indiana. We've been through it briefly, but it's also, a lot of plains up there. It's probably quite similar to Kansas geographically. I mean, most of the Midwest states are quite like that. I mean, we've been through all the Midwest states, I think. Yep. Yeah, the Kansas storms though, man, they are something to behold. And when we get storms here, where we live is back in the trees here. I mean, all the houses are in the trees, so you can't really see the storms because all you see is the trees. But I guess if you came down to the lake, you could really get a pretty good view of them. Oh, there's one of those boats with the lights I was telling you about. They have some really cool lights they turn on at night. They're like purple or something. Well, it's too hard to see from this far. But when you're near them, it's neat because it makes the water glow all around them. That's awesome. I just listen for the thunder. That's what I find peaceful. Well, the thunder, I can see that, how you find it peaceful, but it's not peaceful at our house because that dog right there, he don't like it. He goes crazy. Hey, it looks like he's walking on the water, doesn't it? You should take a picture of him. It looks like he's walking on the water. There you go. So yeah, when there's thunder, this guy whines and howls, and sometimes he gets angry and barks at it. He barks at the thunder like he's mad at it. He's like, row, 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 row. So we don't sleep when there's a storm. Can't go somewhere you already are. What do you mean by that? I didn't follow. Our cat, she just freaks out and hides somewhere. She finds somewhere to crawl into when the storms are going. Talking about the dog going crazy. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, he goes nuts. He is not a fan of the thunder. What's cool too is the Midwest is that cloud-to-cloud lightning they have, where you'll get like a strobe show for an hour nonstop. Just literally, the lightning almost doesn't stop for an hour, and it's just but you don't usually see the lightning. Sometimes you do. Usually you just see the clouds flashing like crazy. Like there's a disco party going on up there. Yeah, that's true. Most dogs are crazy. In fact, tonight, this poor guy, we were walking down here and this little like Jack Russell looking dog came charging out of his yard. His owners were there, of course. Came charging out of the yard and ran straight at our, I mean, he's half the size of our dog and he was skinny. Our dog is pretty bulky. He came right at him and started attacking him. Luckily, our dog is pretty chill and didn't bite him back because our dog could have definitely messed him up if he wanted to. And then the people came running out, oh, we're so sorry. And I'm like, I think you need a bigger fence. All they had was this little like play fence that was like a foot tall. And the dog just literally just pushed it out of the way and ran through it. But I was like, what a crazy, stupid dog. Like he attacked a dog twice his size and like double the muscles and everything. Oh, you live streamed one. Okay. Oh, you have a channel, huh? You'll have to, in one of our videos, leave a... Oh, you're just a little ant. Okay. But Harry, leave something. Leave me a link to your channel somewhere, not in the live, but like, because I'll forget to go check. Oh, look at that boat. But leave us a link, like comment under one of the videos. I mean, you can leave it in the chat too, because maybe Stan can join up with you too. The tuna man, Stan, the spicy tuna roll man. My sister has a Maltese that decided to get my Aussie Roddy to hate him. Ooh, an Aussie Roddy. I don't know if I've seen one of those. That's got to be an interesting looking dog. But I think these people that had this little Jack Russell, I think they were new to the park here. And I told my wife that their dog is probably going to get killed because somebody in the park has a Rottweiler. It's some sort of Rottweiler mix. And they let it run loose all the time. And it's a sweet dog. Like it's a very, very sweet dog. But a Rottweiler, even if it's sweet, if a dog attacks it, I'm guessing it's probably going to attack back. So I'm like, if that Rottweiler ever goes running past their house and that little Jack Russell comes charging out and attacking it, it's probably going to destroy it in one bite. So I'm like, they better make that fence stronger. Oh, look at that now. Isn't that gorgeous, fellas? Okay, I guess we're heading back. There's the two, but they don't like to be on camera. She says, don't put me on camera, which is weird because she's a YouTuber. But whatever. Well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Say, hey, Harry, don't forget to leave us a link. And catch us again sometime. And we do random lives whenever we can. But check out our channel. We'll check out yours too if you leave us a link. It's nice chatting with you folks. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Signing off from Eastern Tennessee. You're welcome. Nice to meet you. And nice to see you again, Stan.